Hey there gamers, Sweet Johnny Cage here. Today we're bringing you Gran Turismo 5 Prologue for PlayStation 3. Now we're playing this on an American PlayStation 3 console, however it is a Japanese game. It will work, so don't ask will it work, will it work on an American PS3, because it does. This is proof, okay? Now when you first load up this game into the console, it's not going to really look like this. It's going to give you an option to load it onto your hard drive. This takes anywhere from a half hour to 45 minutes. Took us roughly between there, so we basically plugged in Castlevania into our NES and beat a very good majority of it. So make sure you have something to do for a half hour to 45 minutes. Don't put this game in and expect to be playing right away, because you don't. Alright, so when you load up the game, the first thing you have to do is buy a car at the dealer. Alright, so we're buying a car from the dealer. Now, you start off with 3,500,000 yen. Translated to roughly about $35,000 in American. That's really besides the point. What you really need to know is that you can't afford half of these cars. Actually, about 75% of them. So this one costs 32 million yen. I can't buy a Ferrari. Now, I understand this is just a demo of the game, but still, you should have a wider selection of cars in the demo than you should in the full version. So, let's take a look around. There's a ton of dealers. However, one thing that I noticed right off the bat is there's Acura. In Japan, there's no such thing as Acura. It's all Honda. Acura is just an American, something that they made for America to make it sound rich and fancy. And it's all Honda. However, in this, there is no Honda. See? No Honda. You see Honda anywhere? No. Now, I can't even buy the Lancer I want to buy, because that is, how much? Oh, 3.5 million yen. Yeah, I can't do that. See, it comes in such nice colors, but I only have 3.5, not 3.57. Alright, so I have to settle. Not something I was really looking forward to doing in a demo. Alright, now like I said before, I have to settle. What do I have to settle for? A VW. I'm not saying VWs are bad cars. Volkswagen is a really good car company. I like their cars a lot. But if I'm going to be playing a racing game, I don't want to drive a VW. I'd rather drive a Mustang, a Lancer, an RX-7, some Audi. I don't want to drive a VW Golf, because that's all I can afford in a demo. Alright, so let's pick the color. My favorite color is green, so let's go with the green. Okay, now I'm left with a little under 4,000, I believe. And saving the car, just bought it. Congratulations, you just wasted your money on a car you didn't even want, because we didn't give you enough money. That's nice. So, what do we got next? Another save screen. Great. So I got my car, so let's race. After you buy the car, it brings you back to the dealership. Now we could just switch on over to event mode. It's the icon on the right. Switch it. Event 1, make race, and choose it. Here we go. Loading times in this game are actually pretty decent. I was pretty surprised, although I kind of expected it since I loaded, I don't know how much data onto the hard drive, so I'm pretty sure that the majority of this game is running on the hard drive, which is a very good idea, but I really hope that's just the case of the demo, because I know that you either have a 20, a 40, a 60, or an 80 gig hard drive, or bigger if you chose to modify it yourself. But still, GT5 is one of the most highly anticipated games, so everybody's going to have it, and then in the future there's going to be other games. Whatever, that's something for another day. So here's the first race. Obviously I forgot to shift gears, so here we go. Graphics in this game are actually really nice. However, they're not as good as I thought they'd be. The screenshots of this game, I don't know about the graphics. The screenshots in this game showed some ridiculous imagery, and as you'll see in a second when I switch over to arcade mode, the screenshots were taken from the cut sequences, not the game. As real as this game looks, I think that there are a lot of games that look a lot more real. However, for a racing game, it does look halfway decent, but it could definitely use a lot more work if they hope to make the cut sequences look more like the game, like a lot of other games do. Alright, I've had enough of event mode already. I've already veered off the track about 10 times. So let's switch over to arcade. And just as a little side note, arcade mode is not available from the start of this game. You need to buy a car and then go into arcade mode. That's something that really annoyed me and somebody else who works here who's a really big racing game fan. Normally, with an arcade mode, you could pick any souped-up car you want and race it. That's how I think this really should have been done. You shouldn't have to go spend 3.5 million yen on a car that you barely even want just to race it in an event mode that you don't want to be in the car. And then pick a track in arcade mode. Whatever. Alright, so we're doing Daytona Speedway right here. Right in Daytona, Florida. This is pretty much just the standings, loading. I'm in 8th place at the start, I believe. Just for future knowledge, there is no way to change this game to English. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This looks so real right here. This looks great. Very crisp, very exact. It looks amazing in HD, trust me, I played it in HD. But then you left with this. I mean, I'd rather go take my Jeep and race it on Daytona Speedway. You know, that looks more real, obviously, because that's in real life, but I just don't think that this looks real enough. For the power that the PlayStation 3 supposedly has, not enough. So here we have a few views. This view is very new to the Gran Turismo franchise. Basically, you're the driver. You get to see the hands and everything. And it is pretty exact. I mean, all those turns I'm doing with the joystick, you just press select to switch the mode. This is the mode I prefer because I play a lot of Initial D and also play Wang. I'm really into the drift scene as well as drift games, so that's why I choose this view. Now, this is just a basic race. I mean, it really didn't turn me on too much to this game any more than it did from the start. However, it really does help you get a feel of the game and what it has to offer you. But at the same time, it still feels like it's lacking a lot. I think that they can definitely improve over this. I know this is just a prologue and it's basically just a demo. But these prologues usually show what the game is really going to be, and then they really just have to kind of work out the kinks. I don't know how much they could possibly do for graphics or mechanics. But you know what? They still have a lot of time left, so they could probably get it done. So that's arcade mode. We're going to go back to the main menu, and then we're going to check out the options mode. Options has a lot to offer. This is something that I really liked. You also have news. The news channel basically gives you news of all the races. Let's go to the manual, which you can't read. I just wanted to see what this was, but you really can't read it. However, options mode, that's what we're going to right now. Move over to the left, toolbox. Here we are in options mode. This is really cool. You have rumble, D-pad, and sound. You could change it all if you're using the DualShock. This is something that's really cool. Right here, I was just trying to change it to English. Not really sure what the option does. This is the coolest feature that I've seen in the game right here. This controller select. You can select which wheel you have. That's really cool. That really shows Sony's effort towards third parties. There's a lot to choose from. There's a G25 with the shift kit. So, you know, we have those in stock. So if you're going to order Gran Turismo 5, pick that up as well, along with your favorite racing seat. You guys can check out Gran Turismo 5 Prologue at videogamecentral.com. There's a link over in the video description.